So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our conjunction video of the week. And today we're going to be covering Mercury, Sun in the ninth house of your birth chart and what happens when Mercury and Sun are in the ninth house. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular conjunction, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the other astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy, where I teach you all the secrets of astrology. And actually, on my Facebook post, I posted this chart of Aaron Hernandez that you should look at. His documentary just came out on Netflix, and if you're in the US, you will know who he is. He's an ex-NFL player who murdered a bunch of people and then committed suicide. You learn good stuff on nakshatras on my Facebook page, actually. So anyway, let's get started with this particular conjunction. So first of all, this is one of those positions that actually signifies Buddhaditya Yoga. Usually it's the first house, fifth house, 11th house placement, but ninth house also does signify that quite highly. And Buddhaditya Yoga is a yoga related to a person being very, very honorable, getting favors from the king, favors from government, very learned, somebody who has this zeal for learning. Even if your Mercury is combust, it doesn't matter, you will learn. Now, ninth house is a house of higher knowledge, postgrad education. It's a house of pilgrimage, higher philosophy, or divinity. It's your hope and inspiration. See, ninth house is a house of inspiration because eighth house before it represents all kinds of clustered things, sudden ups and downs, transformation, dealing with sudden havocs. So when you have dealt with all of these things, what happens? You come out of it because you find this inspiration. You're like, I need help, I need inspiration, I need God. And through that, when you come out, what some people become completely religious, they become, they study the Bible or they study the Bhagavad Gita, and they're just like all about wanting to know something higher than themselves. Because 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th house is the houses of society where you have to work for society. And how can you work for society unless you find importance in society? And the way to find importance in society is by looking at it from a higher perspective, higher consciousness. Right now we have this very low moral consciousness, which is about me, my family, and my wealth, my needs. Here, ninth house onwards, needs of other. So when you learn more knowledge, you feel like you want to share it, like I'm sharing it with you. I had my 8th house things happen in my life. Now I'm coming out, I'm like, my God, I came out of it and astrology helped me. Okay, well, let me teach that to the world. But with these two particular planets, first of all, a person becomes excellent at communication, writing, publishing, and they are very good at finding details. They look for details in their work, what they write, what they're publishing. And this is a person who naturally have past lives, I should say, of being a teacher, professor, counselor, advisor. So even in this life, let's say, you have a combination where you didn't finish high school even, or you couldn't even finish college, or you got really bad grades in college, you're just working at a normal thing. You will be known as this person who can teach people certain things. You have the wisdom, you have those past life accumulated karmas of somehow helping people. Even let's say you're working in human resources, you're working in accounting department, you're able to teach the new employees like they have never learned before. You're able to just kind of like make the most complicated things very simple by magnifying them. Because when you have to read, small things, it becomes hard. And it feels very tough when you read any book which is, written with small letters because they're supposed to be more important books. But you're like, no, let's magnify it. Let's read it easier. So you're able to do this. And obviously shows that you, again, if there's no malefic influence on this, father would be either working for government or being priestly or getting a lot of favors from higher authorities. And usually it shows that a person has to either somehow pay the debts of the father, or a person will learn learn life's lessons through father. Doesn't have to be biological father. If you're adopted, maybe let's say your uncle adopted you, they become that fatherly figure. Your stepfather can become that particular individual who teaches you things. But it's really that fatherly figure, that authority in your life via which you learn, the values of society, value of God. And one thing we see is that for your education, you always will travel to a long distance place. And there will be great influence and support from your younger sibling. Younger sibling will always help you. Now, this is only if we see that you have okay relationship with the younger siblings. Because sometimes you may not have a relationship with them at all. But then what happened is some friend who's like a sibling may actually help you. But there is this help through many, many people who are youthful, I shouldn't say youthful, who are at your age. So if I meet somebody at my age, I feel more youthful, like, oh, they're my age, they know where I'm coming from, they know the childhood things. Okay? So that's what this particular conjunction does. And one thing you will also see with this particular conjunction, your father may find some either a lot of disagreements or may have some differences of opinion with their younger brother. And with this Mercury and Sun conjunction, you will also see that this person really wants to work in a job-like scenario. More than wanting to do business, they'll be like, I want to give my intellectual service to something or someone. Okay. So anyway, guys, this is my analysis of Sun Mercury conjunction in the 9th house. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss these videos. And if you want to know where your Sun and Mercury are placed, what nakshatra they're in, what sign they're in, all the astrological details, check out the links here under the shop section. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.